Wow. So apparently the FDA is at it again, and they're letting everybody know that there will be more warning letters. And apparently they've done several more, and they're putting out now letters into papers and online forums. They're talking about civil penalties now, which means fines, and of course that's nobody's favorite, but it is what it is. And this article, though, I think is more concerning, especially since the fact that they're telling us that they're filing complaints now. So it's kind of a BS thing. Mainly, they're focusing on Elf Bar and they're focusing on Lost Mary. And I gave you the whole letter that a group that I know personally has gotten, but now they're telling you that there's 15 states they are definitely hitting. And well, let me just show you the article and we'll go from there. How about that? Okay, so FDA cracks down on retail selling unauthorized e-cigs, okay? And online rag here. But to me, it looks like a PR thing that they're doing, in all honesty. Here's some lady vaping, looks like in her backyard, minding her own business. Okay, Washington, D.C. is coming out of, which, of course, the Food and Drug Administration has issued a series of warning letters. All right. That's not saying that we're busting you, but that's letting you know that we are looking into it. To 80 brick and mortar retailers across 15 states for selling unauthorized e cigarette products popular among the youth. The kids. The kids. What about the kids? Including Elf Bar and Lost Mary. The FDA also filed complaints for civil money penalties against 8 of these retailers who ignored the warnings. So if you get sent that letter, you have to answer that letter. If not, they're going to start fining you. These actions are part of the FDA's ongoing effort to monitor, regulate the sale of e-cigarettes appealing to minors. Yeah. What about cold beer? Does that ever appeal to the minors? What about, uh, uh, whiskey and I don't know, man. Tequila. The 2023 National Youth Tobacco Survey, oh, they would never lie on that, revealed that over half of the youth e-cigarette users reported using Elf Bar. Well, you know why? Because it's a popular name. Everybody knows it, Before it would have been Juul, but now Juul's back in the game. I mean, of course, they're probably not in vogue, anymore, like Elf Bar and Lost Mary. Lost Mary, another manufacturer by the same company, also shows high popularity among youth. The FDA typically issues warning letter when an initial investigation or inspections uncovers violations. I gave you that video. Hopefully, Brandon will link that around here, the here or there, and you can see that. And maybe you could tap on that, check it out. He'll probably put it in the description as well, in case you didn't see it. And retailers receiving these letters have 15 working days to respond with corrective actions, which is, 5 days in a work week for them. So that's probably 3 weeks. Okay. Because, 15 divided by 5 is 3. Just saying. For all you non math guys and girls. Failure to comply can lead to additional measures, not necessarily, including civil money penalties, which it'll tell you on there. Okay, everybody. So from time to time, I get asked about, hey, man, where should I get my cases? And do you know anybody? As a matter of fact, I do. So on my last live, we talked about it. I showed you, a one page, and it gave you a Chad Wade 5 would give you 5% off. And so I've got some more examples like these and these. How about this? And don't forget the oldie but a goodie, this. And I get these from Displayarama, and I like this company a whole lot. Family owned, and they got it going on. Don't forget, use the code ChadWade5 and get 5% off your total order. And I'm guessing you could use that multiple times, but order it all at once so that you can get it all at once for that 5% off. They'll even ship that all the way from Florida, Hollywood, Florida, as a matter of fact, straight to your front door of wherever you want it to go. This is a group you can depend on, and hopefully you will. So hit them up. I think it's displayarama.com, and check it out. They get my seal of approval. Failure to comply can lead to additional measures, including those civil money penalties. 8 retailers now facing penalties from previously been warned, but failed to rectify their violations. That means they came in and checked. The FDA is seeking $20,678 from each of these retailers, and God knows they are going to need that money. The crackdown is the latest in a series of actions by the FDA to curb the sale of unauthorized e-cigs. Over the past year, the agency has conducted numerous inspections, resulting in over 690 warning letters, more than 140 civil money penalties to real retailers. To date, the FDA has authorized only 34 e-cig products. Well, that's up from where they was, and devices for legal sale in the U.S. These are only e-cigarette products that may be fully lawfully marketed and sold. But we do know that the Supreme Court is now looking at this action and wondering if they have the ability to stop anybody from marketing these devices. And so they're looking into that right now. Okay. Jim Jones, Deputy Commissioner for Human Foods, emphasized the importance of these actions, reducing youth access to unauthorized cigarettes. Well, you can do that by penalizing the retailer or the parents should they get caught with it in school, and the kid claims the parents bought it for them, of course, and then you bust their butt for it, but they're not going to do none of that, okay? In a critical step to protecting public health. We'll continue our efforts to monitor and regulate this market. The FDA's diligent surveillance aims to ensure what a word. Ugh. To ensure that e-cigarette products do not undermine efforts to reduce youth tobacco. Do what? The agency will persist in its regulatory endeavors to uphold public health standards and safeguard young consumers. Well, they're not supposed to be young consumers for an adult product. So, I mean, you're going to have to hold retailers responsible, man. That's going to be the bottom line on this, but they're not going to do that, man. It's easier just to point the finger at the bad e-cig and claim that, the person that sold it to them is totally not to blame. On the other hand, if the retailer sells it to an adult that gives it to a minor, I mean, maybe they're not to blame either, I mean, what would happen if, they're driving down the road and, the police was to see them hitting their vape, or as they're coming out of the Piggly Wiggly and they're smoking a vape, and, why hasn't the police done? I don't know, man. That don't make sense to me. It's almost like it's the idea of the problem, not the problem. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Help me out. Help me understand. I want to understand, but it just seems like that you're using an administration to an agency to go in and try to deal with something that the public definitely wants, but these children shouldn't have it. So the only way to stop that is the same way we stop them from alcohol, which is to use the boys in blue or brown or gray or whatever they are in your state to stop them. I mean, come on, you catch it with them when they pull them over and they've got a vape there, do something about it. Write them up. They're not supposed to have it. If they got cigarettes there, you should be writing them up for that as well. I mean, if they had a cold beer, in the console, what would you do about that? Come on. All right, man. Well, I'll leave a link to this article down below. Hopefully you'll go check that out and see what's up. But until then, I mean, they're gonna keep on. They're gonna keep on.